RingGangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
Yeah. What's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? It's LB, Lauderdale Boss, Shuttleworth the God, the GOAT artist, Soul Wars, RingGangRadio.com.
Yes, sir. Ringing in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What up? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Boxer in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's get it.
Hey, Bodega P is not in the sewer today. He's above ground, taking a break from finding the foot and other mutated creatures.
Yeah,
so,
niggas is getting tired of fighting all these super shredders, super splinters, all these motherfuckers.
Word. You know what I'm saying? And they having run-ins with Casey Jones too.
And shit, you're gonna be complaining about street sharks next time. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, no, we have some topics for y'all tonight. First topic we're gonna get into is none other than former 4-weight champion, world champion. And it's just weird to say that. Adrien the problem Broner. Broner, for the most part, has not been in the ring in about, a year and a half now, almost a year and a half. Since his rather one-sided loss to Manny Pacquiao on pay-per-view. And basically, we don't know what he's doing. I mean, he's been out. He's been, is bullshitting, growing his hair out, growing his beard out, just doing
selling bricks, literal bricks.
And he also talk about he's a rapper now. Just a whole lot of nonsense.
He was a rapper for the Maidana fight too.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. It's just like, you never seen someone who has. I mean, I never thought he was like a generational talent, but he had enough talent that he could have worked to be something more than he actually is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, this nigga's a 4-weight world champion. And it's just like, really? I mean, for a guy who's really accomplished so little, he's accomplished so much, if that makes any sense. But yeah, these days.
But he always challenged himself. I wish a lot of people fought the fights that Broner fought.
Well, I mean, it depends.
Because he's winning them. That's a major thing.
Yeah, and actually wanting to win them. That's the big thing. Like, I think after the Maidana fight, basically, I think that kind of broke Broner to the point where he's just like, unfortunately, he's super defensive when he wants to be. So it's kind of hard to hurt him. But you can outwork him because he doesn't let his hands go into that shit like that. And basically, he became very frustrating to watch.
Kind of like a overpaid jobber to the stars.
Yeah, pretty much. But unfortunately,
like a launch pad for people's careers. Like, he helped Mikey Garcia's career go to another level.
Right, and he gave Sean Porter some credibility, and obviously he gave Maidana a whole bunch of credibility.
Yeah, he changed Maidana's life around.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, and even shit like with even getting a draw with fucking Jesse Vargas of all people.
He extended Vargas.
He extended Vargas's run
and launched him into another draw.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. He really is the jobber. He's making them go farther. The fuck. To people.
Jobber enhancer.
Just jobber. Yes. I mean,
I see your resume here, and what made you interested in Jiffy Lube? I see here you say you got a jobber enhancer, so you make people that are just as talented as you look better. That what that is?
Yeah, I mean, this guy. I mean, he's a piece of work, and these days, like dude is. I mean, possibly he might be mentally ill for all we know, but he makes IG videos. And the most recent one is either that he wants $10 million to get back in the ring again. And it doesn't matter, who it's from, whether it's from the Zone or from Al Heyman or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, who in the world is gonna give this motherfucker $10 million to fight? Who?
There's only one opponent I feel like could make that fight, and he'll get that money. But I still feel like you would have to stack the card, and that's Amir Khan versus Broner. I think that's the only fight that could realistically get Broner the closest to 10 mil than any other realistic fight.
I don't even think that would do it.
That's a stretch. And honestly, and King P is right. I personally don't think it could do it, but I feel like that's the biggest money fight for Broner and Khan besides Brooke.
I really don't think there's any fight out there that can get him more than 5 mil, unless you're gonna promote a Mayweather fight, and that's not happening. So
Agreed.
we got to get realistic. I understand he wants 10 million, but his stock is way too down to be asking for that much.
Yeah, I mean, the dude hasn't won a fight in 3 years.
And his last fight, his performance was a dud. Like, you made Pacquiao, you made Pacquiao make the whole PBC welterweight look kind of, if it wasn't for Thurman trying to have a good final stand with this nigga, it looked like Pacquiao just crossed the street, kicked down the door and just started taking what he wanted from out the house.
Yeah, exactly.
And at 40 years old.
Yeah, exactly. And this is where Broner's Broner is to the point where he shouldn't be having close fights with certain people. The Jesse Vargas fight made people upset as fuck. Mikey Garcia was because he went into his bag a little bit after some time.
Nah, I feel like the Mikey Garcia fight was way worse. Like, the game plan, the execution, he didn't try to be competitive. It's like, at least he had, so at least you could make some highlights for Broner in the Vargas fight. At least it's one of the rarest, this is a draw type of fight. Mikey Garcia fight was you got this little Mexican dude chasing you around the ring and shit, bruh.
And then the thing too, I didn't think Broner won the Granados fight. I thought Granados won that fight, and he looked bad in that fight.
Nah,
too.
I thought Broner won that fight, but he didn't look great. So
You talking about Vargas?
No, Granados.
Yeah, I thought Broner won the Granados fight too, but he didn't look great or nothing.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I thought.
And then with the Mikey fight, he came in with the wrong game plan. He let Mikey off the hook in spurts. If he really would have taken it to him, it would have been a lot more interesting fight. But he just didn't let his hands go.
Yep.
Exactly.
And then Pacquiao fight
I don't even want to mention that. He made. I felt like I was. He was like the black David Diaz in there.
And then the thing is, it's he got hurt from Pacquiao like twice, so it makes it worse because Broner, you really don't see Broner get rocked or hurt in fights like that. His chin is certified.
Right, So yeah, when Pacquiao was starting to really, starting to really start to rock him, he went into his shell, even tighter shell, and started really bullshitting. It's frustrating too because you see the natural defensive talent he has, but
because he doesn't get hit like that. Like, when Broner's on his game and he wants to win and fight you, his defense is on point. You've seen it, but it's he has the wrong strategy in a lot of fights, man.
Right. And it's cost him, and it's dropped his stock all the way down. But the wild thing is, in Broner, because his fuckery, he's crossed over more than any other boxer. If you're not Pacquiao, or if you're not Canelo, if you're not a Triple G, if you're not Anthony Joshua, he's crossed over. He's in that type of, in that atmosphere. So people will still tune in and see his fights because he hasn't gotten knocked out yet. He's only been dropped twice by one
and
fighter.
He has the name, and he's always promoting himself. He's always out there. He interacts with everybody. He does the whole promoter game the way you would want a fighter to do it, but he do the whole fighter part wrong. So it's like so frustrating to watch it.
Yeah, he's a decent promoter. Like he has fighters that that they've won belts under him. Like if you actually see if he actually focused, he could actually be something more than he is now, which is nothing.
I mean, I agree, and I'm one of those people that felt like people were overstating Broner's ceiling, but I agree he could be much more than what he is now, which isn't anything at all.
Yeah,
I mean, this is former champ, former this, former that, like.
Yeah,
and the thing is, he's talking about the music, but the thing is, bro, like, you're not a winner right now, so no one really like the music wouldn't connect the same. Like, it's not like you're a champion now, and you drop the album or a mixtape, and you got all these features, and you doing your thing. You don't really have the momentum in anything to really. You get me, like. Because I'm not saying, because this is the thing, I've heard Broner rap, and Broner is not bad, but he definitely boxes better than he raps. But he raps better than a lot of these little niggas rapping now that taking rap as a full-time, job. So to be a boxer first and then you rapping better than fucking rappers, I feel it, but there's a way you do things, and this whole get 10 mil, like, bruh, he need to just call out somebody that's in a similar situation and try to make that fight happen.
People
make it a fight that he could win and win first of all.
In a similar situation like that, though.
I know, like, he's his own. But see, that's the thing with Broner. We seen him struggle with guys that he shouldn't struggle with. So even if he was to call out a Delorme or somebody, like, we wouldn't even be sure. Like, even with Amir Khan, there's a chance Amir Khan might use footwork and get away from this dude for 10 rounds, 12 rounds.
Exactly.
And this is Amir Khan in 2020, bro. This is Amir Khan that was getting beat up by Chris Algieri, brought by Samuel Vargas.
Exactly.
So that just shows you the level Broner fell to, where we got to talk like this.
Yeah, and now I think another thing is, like, he also, I mean, in order to get the $10 million, I know he's been hitting up Eddie Hearn, because I think him and Devin Haney got beef too. So I think he was like, Eddie.
That ain't real beef. That ain't, I think he even like kind of just said he's supposed to act like that. Oh, some shit like that. But it wasn't real beef. Some shit like that. I wouldn't even want to see that shit. Nah.
Yeah, it wouldn't do anything for Haney. Like, Broner's not gonna do anything for anybody unless he beats somebody credible or people got to see him win. Like, it don't even have to be credible. Like, he could just get a win.
He's in that weird position where can you really? I mean, he was a name. He's not a name anymore, and he does nothing for you having him on your resume in 2020.
Yeah, the Mikey Garcia was like the last person as a win, it kind of helped. Like, I mean, it looks good on Pacquiao.
I mean, you can even debate that. I feel like by that time it was like the rose was way off the bloom by that point.
It was, but it's like Broner was still active, and
No, but I mean,
Mikey only fought Lipinets at 140 at the time. Like,
that's true, but I mean, what I'm trying to say is, for me, I felt like I didn't walk away impressed with the Mikey victory. Instead, I walked away thinking, same old Broner. Like,
I felt like it was a mad performance from both. It was like Mikey won, but it wasn't no big deal type of fight. Like, it didn't do anything for either guy like that.
If I'm walking away more, worried about the loser in this case than the winner, I feel like by that point your name doesn't really mean much as a name on somebody's resume.
But that's what I'm saying. I was like, it was still something, because look, he got the Pacquiao fight later too. We're not gonna sit here and say that was a big win for Pacquiao, but when you look at the sum of Pacquiao career, and then you see later on in that year he beats Thurman, it makes the Broner name look a little better. It just Broner didn't fucking do anything in the fight. So everybody's last impression of Broner is getting beat up by Pacquiao. So that's hard to sell an album, a movie role, fucking action figure, anything.
That's a flop of a single.
Yeah, like, and don't talk about no fight putting hands on. Don't have a song about putting hands on somebody. So I'm just saying, bro, like.
Yeah. I mean, Broner right now is a wasted talent, and who even knows how it's gonna progress and when he's actually gonna if he's gonna get back in the ring this year. I mean, he doesn't look like
he wants that one last cash grab. His heart not even in it.
His last fight was that one last cash grab.
Right.
How many one last? He's the last dance. Fuck the document. Fuck the bullshit. Like, that bars. I'm saying, he's the real last dance. Like, every year, it's like Broner get like a spinoff retirement, like, cash grab fight, and it's like nothing comes from it. It's like fronting a nigga a brick each time, and he never become the kingpin nigga you think he might have been at least one time. Like, you thinking that you keep like, yeah, I got you. You know, one day you'll, run your block, let alone your neighborhood. Like, nigga.
Right.
It's like, how many opportunities, he gonna keep getting?
Honestly, I'm waiting until I hear him sign a contract with DAZN, bro. Like, honestly,
but that's a terrible fit, to be honest. Like, I don't think DAZN will do anything for him.
But that's the thing. He fought everybody he could over here. I don't think a fight with him and Danny Garcia ain't gonna be marketable because Swift is on that plateau. He's on that edge where he's getting the top guys in welterweight. Broner, he's had his chance with Pacquiao, so that I don't see him going to, even a Thurman fight. I don't think a sell.
Right.
And not for no 10 mil. Like, a Thurman fight would be dope in Florida. I feel like,
that's wishful thinking.
Yeah. Like, damn, like, crush my dreams. Like, now I feel like Broner not getting that 10 mil. Like, I just talked to Heyman and he was like, yeah, you my dude, but no.
Right.
And now I'm like, damn, okay, all right.
And funny things too,
y'all niggas don't know no boxing in Florida.
Yeah, like I said, so like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point Broner's like, okay, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go somewhere else and get money. Because honestly, we don't know what his PBC arrangement is. Like, we don't know if he's like, if he's actually under long-term contract or whatever.
The way the man always speak like he been getting looked out for from PBC and Heyman and them, and he's been taken care of. That's like how Berto has been.
If we're gonna be real, I feel like half the PBC fighters have gotten taken care of in some sort of stimulus package type way. So I'm not really saying much.
Even the ones that you haven't seen on a higher level, like, I know people now. Yeah, I mean, I hear the little price quotes and shit and everything, and I'm like, oh, damn, like, that nigga making that money? Like, he ain't even like 10 years ago, he would be Friday Night Fights level, but wow, like.
We find out this nigga LB getting Geico quotes on the low. He hearing all the Geico quotes we not hearing.
So I'm like, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm a Broner fan, but it's like you get to the point where it's just people are who they are, and I don't, I'm a bigger fan of the sport. And I don't want to see him in another fight where he just comes in there and gets a check.
Who even makes sense at DAZN? Now that I'm thinking about it, I really can't think of anybody on that DAZN roster that makes sense. Where would he be fighting? Is it Broner weight 147? I don't even know. Like, there's just too many answers. There's just too many questions.
Get Broner to fight Jorge Linares. If he can't KO Jorge Linares, then that's it for Broner. Like, stop.
Right. Like, I'm pretty sure
one of those guys, and then see what happens.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they could probably find somebody either on the Matchroom roster or Golden Boy roster for 140 or 147. You know?
just not for 10 mil.
Yeah, exactly.
He would, if he got a couple knockouts first and then started calling out Khan and trying to make that big, and he said he would go to Britain, he might end up getting 10 mil or even 12 mil for that. But he has to build up towards, like, Broner never gets a momentum going.
Right. I mean, hell, you can go to the zone and fight fucking Pablo Cano. Then, you know, I mean that dude has you know, is on the rise. You know, he has a little momentum. Fight him. You know what I'm saying?
They've been around in the same division, fought the same guys. Like, we both had target practice on Milanaji. I mean, that's a start. Like,
right? You know, there's a lot. There's like, but it's just like, I mean, is he actually going to put in the work to do it?
Yeah, is he going to accept the fight?
Yeah.
Because if you stuck on 10 mil and you haven't really done nothing to, you know what I mean? It's a hard sell, man.
Yeah, and the funny thing is too, if it wasn't obviously if it wasn't for by transition, it wasn't for certain things that go on with the zone. I honestly think the zone would actually throw the bag in him like they did with Triple G and with Canelo, in a way, because he's a big name. But just to